Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a fast travel system in Minecraft using books and advancements. Now, to make a fast travel system that works for every player, you generally need two things. The first thing you need is a map to play the world on, and the second thing you need is a data pack. Now, for a demonstration of this fast travel system, I will first right-click this book here to open up the fast travel menu. Here I have a spawn and a strange tower. Using this book, I can travel to either location. And if you check the achievements I have, I can unlock these locations separately. For example, if I revoke my spawn advancement, I can no longer travel to spawn. These travel points, however, can be discovered by traveling to the area in question, and once you discover them, you unlock the corresponding advancement and are able to travel to the correct location. This allows you to track progress for players independently without much hassle. Now, to look at how we do this, we will first go to a code editor like VS Code here. We have our main data pack structure. Here I have the data pack name. This is the data pack this is the folder that goes into your world's data packs folder. You have your pack.mcmeta folder. Here I have a pack folder. The pack format I'm using is 15. In description, I have a description here. Now I'm building this to move around a map a different person made. This is the Shire Shogunate map published on PlanetMinecraft by a different user, who I will link in the description below. So now looking at this, in data I have two folders, the Minecraft folder and the namespace folder. The Minecraft folder contains a load.json and tick.json, which contain functions that are called when the map loads first, and functions that are called every tick. Neither of these are important to us right now. Instead, we'll look at the namespace folder. Now, the namespace folder is what your data pack will be referred to as in the game. Here, I have named a child here. I have created an advancements folder with the travel subfolder in here. All of these locations are separate advancements. For example, connected to a route travel advancement. This route advancement allows you to group your advancements into categories, as you see here. It is triggered simply by time passing, making it an advancement every player will get. Now for each individual point, you have a parent, which is the route, the display section, which contains the icon, the title, the description, a frame, and whether or not you want to show the toast, announce it to chat, and hide it. I will show the toast so that the player knows they have discovered a new location, but I will not announce it to chat, and will not hide it because I want players to be able to see the locations they have unlocked. Next, I have a list of criteria. The main criteria here is triggered by your location, specifically by stepping on a block between these areas, between these sets of coordinates, which draws a bounding box around the area you want to use to trigger the advancement. Now this can be as large or as small as you want. In this particular case, I made it fairly small because I want them to be standing on a particular area around the dock, where the players will automatically spawn in and be given the advancement. However, you can make this area as large as you want, for example to cover an entire town and unlock the fast travel point there. I have a similar one for the tower here. Here I'm using Amethyst Shard as the icon. It is triggered by stepping on a different set of coordinates. I set the dimension to the overworld, but if the map you are using only features one dimension, you do not need this. However, it should work just as well in the Nether. Now we have another subfolder here, the functions folder, which contains the command functions. We have a spawn function and a tower function in the travel folder. These execute a command that teleports the player to the waypoint if they have the required advancement. Now I set the distance to be able to be the closest player within 5 blocks, simply to keep the considered area small, but as the player themselves is running it, it should default to them. I have a similar set for tower, and finally, if they do not have the advancement, I will tell them that they have not discovered this location yet in red, allowing them to know that they have not discovered the location. The final section here is the command to give a written book here. Here we have the title, which I call Travelogue, and author. A display, and in this display we have its name, again Travelogue, and the pages. Now the pages array consists of one very long row here, but essentially this is text with extra clickable text, which is blue and bold, and when you click it, it runs the command /function travel spawn. Likewise, you have a second row here for the tower, where if you click it, it runs the command /function travel tower. This does need to all be in one row to function properly, unfortunately, but you can clean it up in a different editor before you insert it into this file. Now that we have all of our functions here, we can simply give ourselves the book we need, open it up, and travel to any point we want.